Hello. It was a very mild start to the working week. Temperatures quite widely got into the low teens, but in Suffolk on Monday we had 16 Celsius, 61 Fahrenheit, which is well above the February average. It was well above average in most places, and it will again be well above average during the day on Tuesday because we're bathed in the Atlantic air. Weather fronts towards the north and stronger winds, high pressure keeping the winds a little lighter further south, and the weather fronts at bay. So not as windy as we go into Tuesday across the Northern Isles as we had Monday, but wetter, and some rain approaches towards the west. Elsewhere, misty low clouds shrouding the hills and the coast in fog, and some drizzle in the west. So central and eastern areas have the better chance of the sunshine, perhaps the north coast of Wales, the Moray Firth, and that's when we'll see the temperatures responding to that sunshine again, 14 or 15. But then a change as we go through towards Wednesday. Behind this weather front, we've got a change in wind direction. So that northwesterly will bring a chillier feel for most of us. Quite a bit of clouds, some rain as well. That rain really dragging its heels to clear in the southeast and East Anglia, and something a little bit wintry over the hills, but it is February after all. I think what we'll notice is more blue sky. In fact, quite sparkling skies for many. But temperatures will be 3 or 4 degrees lower than they have been, back down to average. Now, there could be a few wintry flurries heading their way southwards during Wednesday night into Thursday. I think the main thing Thursday morning is the chilly start. Fairly widespread frost returning for many, and it won't be the only frost that we see in the coming few nights either. Ridge of high pressure keeps things largely fine and dry then as we go through Thursday. As I say, there could be a few showers drifting southwards, a little bit of hail, a little bit of sleet over the hills. It's chilly air first thing in the morning, but then we'll see that sunshine winning through for most, just increased cloud and rain towards the north later ahead of the next weather system. So temperatures 8 to 10 degrees, which, as I say, is about the average for mid-February. But this weather system then works its way in during Thursday night into Friday. Again, the isobars tighten, so some windier weather for a time, which should mean that it won't be quite as cold to start Friday morning, but it will still feel chilly during the day. A bit more cloud coming south on those weakening weather fronts, with a scattering of showers following on behind. So it's not altogether dry. Temperatures, as you can see, 8 to 10 degrees, very similar, about average for the time of year. Add on that keen breeze, particularly through the morning, and it will feel chillier. But then that high pressure returns, pushing those weather fronts out of the way. The isobars open up, so it becomes less windy as we move into the weekend, which means that we will have some nighttime frost, so some chilly nights to come over the weekend once again, but some sparkling starts in the morning. Potentially a little bit of mist and fog, of course, as well. But as for the forecast, you can see there's a lot of fine and dry weather around, variable amounts of cloud, really. This is that weather front dragging its heels to clear. That high pressure then stays with us as we move into the start of next week. The difference is that it drifts, we think, a little bit further northwards, which allows the isobars to tighten and come in from the east, an easterly wind, which could make it feel a bit chilly at times if those winds stay strong, and it could pull in some cloud as well. But it just means that for most there'll be a lot of dry weather into next week as well. And for this week, as I say, it's a mild and cloudy start. We'll have that rain midweek, which will allow that colder air to sink in, and then some fine and dry weather takes over into the weekend and next week. But with some chilly nights to come. Temperatures about average for the time of year, but some frosty nights on the cards, possibly picking up some fog with the light winds too.